Thank you both for being with us today.
Happy to be here.
I know this has been a very difficult week in Washington, D.C. because of the death of President H.W. Bush. We'll start with you, Senator Cornyn.
Well, it's sad, but I think more than that, it's been a tremendous celebration of a life well lived. You really don't have much to complain about if you've lived 94 years old to be 94 years old and done everything that George Herbert Walker Bush did. But it's occurred to me as we were thinking about his life and his legacy, he was not only an extraordinary public official and president, he was just a fundamentally good person and somebody who was loyal to his friends, demonstrated unusual humility for elected officials, and I just, we mourn with the Bush family for their loss, but we also celebrate with them a life well lived.
Senator Cruz, I know you worked with President George W. Bush. What was it like watching his eulogy?
Oh, it was incredibly powerful. I mean, 43, loved his dad, revered his dad, and that eulogy, it was personal, it was real. When he choked up at the end, I don't know that there was a dry eye in the National Cathedral, and it. Any death is sad, and you grieve for the loss, but I think John's exactly right with the word celebration. I mean, George Herbert Walker Bush lived 94 years and accomplished extraordinary things, and I think really this whole week has been celebrating the legacy, the class, the graciousness, the extraordinary life that he led.
Looking ahead now to 2019. This year, you are still in the majority in the Senate, but in the House, the Democrats are the majority. What's important to Texans, and what do both of you have to do to make sure those issues happen?
Well, Ted and I have worked together on federal judges. We've confirmed 84 federal judges in the first 2 years of President Trump's presidency, and now with the 53 majority in the Senate, we can continue to do that. But there's some things we could work on with our Democratic colleagues if they're willing, and things like traffic and congestion. Texas is a big, fast-growing state, and we need the infrastructure to keep commerce and public safety moving. And so there are things we could do together, but it's really going to be a choice up to Nancy Pelosi whether she wants to work with us or she wants to spend all their time investigating the Trump administration and perhaps even seeking to impeach the president.
Senator Cruz, border security. I know you speak of that often. Can you get a lot done regarding border security?
Well, I hope so, but I think John's right that you're going to see Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats in the House embracing really an extreme agenda, and so my expectation is the next 2 years are going to be nonstop investigations of the president and the administration, are going to be nonstop subpoenas. We may well see impeachment. Given that environment, I fully expect Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats to oppose even modest and reasonable investments in border security. We need to continue fighting for them. It's critical to do, and I'm hopeful we're in the middle of a fight right now when we still have a Republican House. And I'm hopeful we see major steps forward in terms of investing to build a wall to secure the border. It's what Texans want. It's what Americans want. And then starting next year, once we have the Pelosi House, I think we'll continue to see victories in the Senate concerning judicial confirmations. We may well have another Supreme Court vacancy. And John and I have worked very, very closely together on judicial nominations, especially the confirmation of Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. Both John and I are on the Judiciary Committee, and we've worked hand in hand winning those victories. There have also been areas that the two of us have been able to work together that have gotten bipartisan victories. Listen, I don't think there's another state in the Union that has a more effective 1-2 punch than Texas with the two of us working together. And I'll give an example, which was in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, where Texas suffered devastating losses from that storm. John and I worked hand in hand over and over and over again, shepherding through major disaster relief bills, authoring together emergency tax relief for the victims of Hurricane Harvey. And we were able to earn the support not just of Republicans, but of Democrats as well. And so I think we'll continue to see meaningful progress on areas like that. John mentioned infrastructure. We need more highways and roads and bridges in Texas. We may see that move forward, but we're going to continue to work together and fight together for Texas.